And it started out as just something I knew that I wanted to write something for Liz and Michael Puzo. I knew that it was an office thing because I was working in offices. And I knew that I saw them, they're dear friends. I saw them as a kind of Carol Burnett and Tim Conway. And I grew up on the Carol Burnett show. It was I think it was important in my life that there was this female comedian and her over-the-top humor that was still like made you feel. And so it grew from there, and the first scene came out pretty much the way it is. The last scene came out pretty much the way it still is. And then bringing it to the Summer Intensive and doing it at Barn Series and stuff was more a matter of filling in the middle, which was the hardest for me. How do I get from A to B to C? And certainly the development process helped me with that. Well, there are 4 characters, and I saw them right away where they would be on the stage. Like there's Dick, the boss. I knew he was stage left. I guess if you're turning, you stage right. I forget. And so there's Dick, the boss, and he was written after a few different people in my life, certain bosses, this guy. And then Lolly and Lyle, Michael Puzo and Liz, are the 2 like kind of lifers of the office, the co-workers. And then there was Amy Yetta, who's the actor's temp. Just different people in my life, and me in Amy and Lolly. I can't say I'm either of them, I'm not, but there are pieces of me in Amy and Lolly. Why Vera Wang's assistant? Why Vera Wang? Like the play has a lot to do with capitalism and consumerism, and what does that mean, you know, when we're sad and lonely, and here we are in America, and people think that that's important, that you could have these fabulous clothes and this fabulous bag and these fabulous eyeglasses, you know, and the money, you know? Yeah. When you think of what's going on in the world, why would we spend $5,000 on a dress? But the actors are blowing me away. And I mean that because of how inventive they're being. Now these are actors I know for years, right? So they learned 75 pages, right? So I'm really enjoying watching them. But last night's performance was slow because you know it was the 11th rehearsal essentially. It was, you know, opening night, but not opening night because it's a development production. I mean, but they were like, you know, there were pauses, and half of it was, you know, John going, okay, you know, I can make this moment shorter. Like I don't need Amy climbing up and down the steps 5 flights, while Puzo and Liz are just like sitting there. Puzo and Liz at the bar afterwards were like, we're just waiting, you know, like you can't have that time on stage just waiting for someone to climb down 5 flights of stairs and come in. Like sometimes they're doing it and sometimes I'm watching it and we're both thinking like, holy shit, this is what comes next? And that's, you know, a scary thing. Or it also makes me glad I'm not acting anymore because it's so terrifying. There's like a lot of love in their work.